Hi there, Aquarian Women's Leadership Society. I'm really excited to do some things with you this month that are going to help ground you and give you tools and also yogic science that is a part of kind of this aponic force. That's the fancy yogic term for it, which basically means the ability to both let go of things when you need to let go of them and eliminate things in the body, the emotional body, the mental body when you need to, when they're not serving you, when it's just not appropriate to be carrying them anymore. It's a very powerful force, the saponic force, and it's something that we talk a lot about the prana and bringing stuff in and kind of manifesting or creating the kind of power of the creative power. But just as important is the aponic or the grounding or the releasing power. If the two aren't balanced, then you're going to either you're carrying too much that you don't need to be carrying, which for most people, that's the case. They're carrying trauma from the past. They're carrying toxins of emotional, psychological, psychic, physical toxins they're dragging around with them. And this stuff is basically creating sluggishness on all levels. So we're going to work this month to get some of this sluggishness out of the system in all 10 bodies, in all 8 chakras, in all of the kind of elemental forces, in every aspect of you. But also, I've been hearing a lot that people are feeling ungrounded. So just to rehearse that here at Rama, we've been, quite ungrounded today. We wanted to get into character because there's been a big swell of energy, and so that you need a skill set in order to basically ground and integrate that energy. And I was telling someone yesterday, I think this is a really good thing to remember, and we're going to talk about all sorts of ways to do it. You can literally tell and command your system, I need to integrate this, I need to integrate whatever kind of information or whatever energy or whatever, if there's been an experience or a heartbreak or some sort of swell of creativity or something that's making you feel a little wobbly on your knees, wobbly in your knees, wobbly on your feet. You can actually tell your system, I need to integrate this quickly and efficiently so that I can utilize whatever this is to take my next step, my next right action, my next course of action. And you can really be clear with your system that you need either a faster uptake or a more integrative kind of power that's moving through the system so that you can have your inner resources meet whatever kind of outer experiences are happening to create this new level for you. And I think this is happening for a lot of people. And definitely in the new age, there's a lot of talk of, how do I get grounded? How do I stay grounded? I feel ungrounded. There's a lot of that kind of conversation. And as the energy kind of swells both into solstice and also just the solar flares and the cosmic phenomenon and everything that's happening on the planet, these grounding techniques are very, very important. So I have Nicole Norton, Aquarian Women's Leadership Society extraordinaire, here to my right, and you may have heard me talking but not seen the beautiful face of Marta, who is a wonderful part of our team and quite a leader. So, and I'm not saying your last name because I don't know how to pronounce it. First things first, I got the first name. I've been complaining about Marta's name because there's an H in it, but it's pronounced without, right? There's no H in it. I have another Marta that has an H in it. We've had a lot of confusion, but I feel like we're getting over it. We've been using the aponic force to release, any kind of resentments we've had towards each other. How do you say your last name? Ulbricht. See, that's complicated, so. I always feel like if I can't pronounce somebody's name, I'm not in a good position to not be able to pronounce someone else's name because. Okay, so we're gonna do this basically this grounding kind of aponic kriya which of course you may have guessed it is going to require a lot of squats. So this will be a good way also to physically get grounded, but and also physically kind of use the intention and the power of the lower body to regulate and move you in the right direction. In yogic science, the thighs, especially for women, are a really important part of you kind of having the power to make forward motion and kind of releasing the past, the intention to do so, the physical strength to do so. And then there's a whole kind of science about the mineral balance in the thighs, which we work with quite a bit, and we talk about, and we'll talk about this month as well. So bring the palms together. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. And exhale. Angade name Jagat, Gade name Sat, Gade name Siddhi, Gurudev name Angade name Jagat, Gade name Sat, Gade name Siddhi, Gurudev name Angade name Jagat, Gade name Sat, Gade name Siddhi, Gurudev name. Okay, so you're going to take these hands in a fist, a loose fist, and you're going to hit right at the wrist, in the middle of the forearm, and at the middle, right at the kind of elbow, the inner elbow, and then you're going to do it on the other side. So it's 3 reflex points, and just kind of stimulate. So you're just stimulating here your own energy through this meridian therapy, and you're breathing. While you're doing this, I will unsolicited make excuses for why I've had a hard time remembering the difference between Martha and Marta, which is that I had a best friend named Marta when I was a kid, and her name was spelled with an H. And it's just, it's a lot of trauma that I think it's time to let go of. So that's what we're doing this Kriya for right now. She was amazing. So. So I'm going to play the incredible new track by White Sun, which you should download, buy right now, Bota Kadam. Good, now sit in rock pose, come seated on the heels. You're gonna go like this. When you pull the navel in, you're gonna pull the shoulders up, and when you pull the heart open, you're gonna pull the shoulders down. So inhale forward, exhale back. Ramp up the breath, a little deeper inhale, deeper exhale. Really fill the body up. Now inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to stay in this rock pose. You're going to take the straight hand and kind of hit right at this point, wherever the hand lands on the thigh. Yogi Bhajan said this is working on the sex meridian, and he gave no other instructions, so I'm going to take that as positive. Long deep breath. It's not going to coordinate. See if you can get a little faster with the arms. Keep getting faster. Straight elbows, powerful breath. faster. Last 15 seconds. Deep breath. Powerful breath through the nose. And relax. Now you're going to bring the hands on the hips. So right on the hips. And normally we don't do this, so don't get any bad habits or bad ideas. This is abnormal, but it's part of this particular exercise. You're going to inhale, forward flex, pull the elbows back and the throat open, and then exhale, pull the navel in, the elbows forward, and the chin down. So you're really working the throat and the thyroid. Deep breath, please. Inhale forward, exhale back. A little deeper breath, these last couple of breaths. Really stretch the heart, stretch the lungs, stretch the ribs, and the throat. Now inhale. Inhale, center, squeeze Mulabandha, focus third eye. And exhale. Then come to easy pose. And for a moment, just meditate at the third eye. And remember some part of the infinite experience, the infinite breath, infinite horizon, infinite life. And let it just infuse you with infinity. Inhale and exhale. Now you're going to roll the shoulders forward, 1 and then 2, and then you're going to cross the arms. And then 1 and 2 and cross the other way. And just really breathe deeply into the heart, the back of the heart, the shoulder girdle, the lungs. Should feel really good. Just loosen up. just loosening up for our squat-a-thon here. So enjoy this while this lasts. And just relax, inhale, and exhale. All right, so we'll come up to our feet. And you're going to come to a nice wide foot, hip width apart. And then you're going to have the hands palm face down in front of you. Doesn't matter which palm is on top. This will be the inhale. And then exhale, you're going to come down into the squat to your best ability. If you can come all the way down, or I was going to say Nicole's showing the modification, but that was just, but you can come into a half squat. And I decided instead of just sitting here yelling at everybody about, doing a better job, I might just stand up and do them with you. So let's do them together. Just a couple more. Inhale up, exhale down. You got 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up and exhale. Okay, shake it out. They did okay, but they didn't do 10 minutes on the Kardashian squat machine last night. So you guys did okay, though. I was jet lagged and scrolling through Instagram, and I actually bought that machine. I'm ashamed to say, no, it's actually pretty amazing. Okay, here we go. But it makes you sore. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. You're gonna put your hands interlaced up here, and that's the inhale. Exhale, you'll come down into the squat. So the way they showed it is your hands can come forward a little bit as you come down, but you want to try to keep the heart open as much as you can. This one's hard. So powerful breath. Do your best. And keeping the lungs and the heart open for these last 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up, stretch up, and exhale. Good, and just shaking out. All right, so now we're gonna place the hands interlaced behind the back, and we're only here for 60 seconds. It's our last round. So you're gonna inhale up, this is hard. And you're gonna exhale down, because now you're working with a little balance, right? So just do your best. You can go as slow as you need to. And you can always do a half squat. But for any woman, whether you're pregnant, you're menstruating, or you're in any part of your chronology or cycle, these squats are so therapeutic. They're so grounding. So just focus on the breath, focus on your feet, energy through the feet. Last 3, 2, and 1. Take an inhale. Stretch the heart. And exhale and relax. All right. Sweaty. That was 7.5 minutes, but that was including our little shakeout and my funny jokes. That's not bad. You did a good job. Okay, here we are. Bring the hands together, fingertips touch. All the fingertips touch, and then the rest of the length of the fingers is going to press together like that. So you're actually pressurizing the fingertips and then the length of the fingers. And then you're going to put the hands here and facing out from the body. Sit up tall. And the eyes are 1/10 open, so very small little slit open at the base of the lid and then rolled up and in. And meditate here. Long, deep breath. The palms are not touching, only the length of the fingers. And push the hands towards each other with maximum pressure. We're now affecting the brain. Inhale. Press maximum. And exhale. Now just kind of move the body. And inhale. And exhale. How much better do you feel? So much better, so much more grounded. The adaptogenic quality of really balancing the prana and the apana will make you feel energized and grounded at the same time. And a lot of times people ask me, how do we get done all the things we do, and all the travel and all the sleep deprivation and all of that stuff. Well, this is really about balancing these forces in you so that you have enough reserve and enough kind of energy coming in and enough energy being cultivated, but at the same time, it's not getting you so so kind of high and so upper chakra, which has been classically what a lot of the kind of new age and spiritual, a lot of people are kind of constantly in this upper chakra space, which is beautiful. It's a very elevated space. But Kundalini Yoga, and one of the reasons I loved it to begin with, is that it also works with these lower chakras and the development of really grounding yourself so that the aura can also grow under you and you can really make an impact on this earth plane, which is what we need you to do as Aquarian leaders. So bring the palms together. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Satnam.